The comments have spoken, and today we shall capture the gym leader ace, and from this point forward we'll be capturing every gym leader ace. And between episodes I did a little bit of grinding. Also, hello everyone, welcome back to the Pokemon Platinum Theftlocke series. In the last episode, I don't even remember what happened, it's been like a week. And in this episode we're going to, well, capture the Roserade, hopefully. And we're going to try our very best to also take out Jupiter in the Galactic building up north in the Eternal City. Let's take a quick look at our team before going into the gym. Nothing much has changed other than just base stats and levels. Tackle, double team, quick attack and wing attack on Toby. Linus has growth, Mega Drain, lead sheet and magical leaf, which I do believe is a new move. And we have Matt with, I never know how to pronounce this. Is it Feigned or Fine? I think it's Feigned. Which is not a good move. Poison gas, smoke screen, and fury swipes, which all nothing new there. And green, I don't think learn anything new with tackle. Maybe bite is new actually. Charge and spark. Well, that's our team for the time being. Today we're going to be able to catch 2 Pokemon, and the reason I know that is because there's 2 areas here. It's just that easy. But I also recorded this episode before. And what happened in that one is OBS, the software I use to record these videos in, has a new feature. Or maybe it's been a feature for a while, but I haven't updated in a while, because every time I open the software, it prompts you with, would you like to update? Why don't you prompt me with update notifications when I close your software? Because at that point, I'll gladly update. When I open it, I'm about to go use it. So no, I don't want to update now. But I opened at some point, wanting to record, but something happened and I was like, oh, might as well do the update now. And then OBS now has a pause button, which is very, very useful if you're not recording like externally, like I am with my webcam. Because if I use the pause button, it doesn't pause the camera, and then things get desynced majorly and I have to resync them, and it really, the convenience is gone at that point. Right, might as well just keep the camera rolling. But the pause button, if I just hook up a webcam, if I weren't absolutely broke and I would buy a webcam to use for this, the pause button would actually be very useful, because I often just, as you know, look away for a moment and then look up like a good nickname, or look up stats or levels of Pokemon that I'm going to be facing, or move pools, that kind of thing. So the pause button would be very useful. So I clicked it, I played around with it a little bit. Turns out I did not unclick it. So I recorded this entire 35-minute episode where I went through this gym and the Team Galactic Tower thing up north there. And then when I went to stop recording, I noticed that I was paused. And that was a bit annoying. A little bit annoying. Just the tiniest amount. It was absolutely devastating. Because it was a very good episode as well. I talked about fun, interesting things, and it just generally I think was a good episode. It was my first episode back since being sick, and well, I've recorded a couple since I was real sick, but I wasn't really 100% yet. Right now I am back at 100%. I can talk, it doesn't hurt anymore. I don't feel like I'm going to die halfway through, hopefully. I didn't in that episode anyway, which was recorded yesterday for me in real time. For you guys, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, it was a real good episode, and I'm very sad that that's just lost to the void of recording mistakes now. Another thing is, in that recording, we caught both the Pokemon we're going to be able to catch, which is Roserade and one other, which we'll get to in a moment. But also, Green died in the battle against Roserade. Am I going to on purpose replicate Green dying? No, I'm not. For the sole reason that there is a distinct possibility that this time around we are not able to capture the Roserade. So everything that happened in that episode is just, it's non-canon. It's expanded universe. Nobody's ever going to see it, so I don't... Is it even expanded universe, or is that at that point is it just like fan fiction? I recorded my own fan fiction, which reminds me of, oh my god, the automated generated fan fictions we did like 3, 4, 5 years ago on stream when I was playing Super Meat Boy. there was a website which would automatically generate fan fictions with names that were given, and we used names from like the community around me and around this channel to generate fan fictions. And everything I remember about it is Sexy Vlogger Junior, which is real weird. I think if you go to my channel and just look up fan fiction, I think that video should come up as one of the first search results. I think there's multiple of them, actually. I'm going to look this up live because I'm very, very interested. I thought for a second that was Toby dying. I was like, how? As you can clearly tell, this gym is not an issue whatsoever. So let's go to my channel. And as we go, fight Gardenia. No. Don't play the first episode of the Theftlocke. If I fan fiction. Yeah, Vlogger Games fan fiction stream highlight. It's 3 years ago. It's only got 50 views. Fanficmaker.com. And it was a wild ride. Let's see, how long is the video? You probably should go watch it because it's stupid. It's hilarious. The video is 20 minutes long. And that's a highlight reel. From Twitch. That's not the full thing. Granted, I think the highlight reel is pretty much a full fan fiction with just downtime cut out. But still, that's insane. Go watch it. Just go to my channel. I'm not gonna bother posting a link because, frankly, I'm gonna forget. That's the thing I do, right? After I record one of these episodes, and within like 2 hours of me recording one of these, I pretty much forget everything I said. So if I ever say, there'll be a link down in the description to something I mentioned, no, there won't be. So I just stopped saying there will be a link down in the description because I'll just forget to post it because I forgot I even said it. And I don't know if this is a thing more like Let's Players and Twitch streamers have. I mean, if you're watching this are a content creator, specifically a Let's Play content creator, does that happen to you too? Because on a daily basis, especially if people doing this full time, there's people doing 2-3 uploads a day, half an hour videos each, which means that you're talking for like, you're producing an hour and a half of pure nonsense coming out of your mouth on a daily basis. You're not going to remember all of it. And apparently, at least my brain, and I'm very curious if other people have this too, deals with that by not remembering anything. I mean, I remember it for a couple of hours afterwards. That is why I usually edit the video right after I record it, right? Because I'll remember what I said and I remember, oh, this happened and a Pokemon dies there and I catch a Pokemon there. And it streamlines the whole editing experience for me a lot because I don't have to rewatch the entire episode, which I don't want to rewatch my own videos because that's just weird and awkward. And so if I can just go like, around to like 20-minute mark, something happened, I skip to the 20-minute mark, make my edit, and put export on. If I wait like a day or two, I have to rewatch the entire thing just to make sure that I don't miss anything because I literally don't remember anything that happened. Like major deaths or major captures, I'll remember. But other than that, I won't remember a thing. Okay, so I have a little bit of prior knowledge in this case. Because I know that Quick Attack didn't do a lot of damage last time, but I didn't try out Wing Attack. But I think Wing Attack might not kill. So, is it an unfair advantage? A little bit. But then again, this might just kill. This might just kill and Roserade will be dead. I mean, it killed. It did kill, but that's not what I meant. God damn it. God damn it. What do I do? Why did I go into Linus, of all things? Why? Oh my god! Okay, so now you can't blame me at all, because Green died before, which was not pleasant, but now Toby died, which is actually horrible. Wait a second, I'm not a poison type yet, am I? Okay, I am. Never mind. Never mind. For a split second there, for a real short moment. Oh, that sucks. And I can't lead sheet you, because you're a grass type. Is growth gonna do much? I mean, I have to grow it like 3 times to make it worth anything at all. How much is Magical Leaf gonna do? Poison Sting didn't do a lot. Magical Leaf should be resisted as well. It does a lot more. Magical Leaf is actually a very powerful move, it seems. So I'm going to boost like twice before using a Mega Drain, at which point... I mean, that was also a critical hit. If that wasn't a critical hit against Toby, I would have definitely survived that. But it was a critical hit and I didn't survive it, and that's just stuff. Shit happens, alright? Shit happens. Also, Stun Spore, I really do want you. I mean, I'm acting like I don't know what this thing has as a moveset. I captured it in the previous attempts. This is going to take forever. Let's try and speed through this a little bit at least. Because this is gonna take freaking forever and I don't have that kind of patience right now. I mean... Don't... Oh, you have a citrus berry. Or a berry. I don't... You have a healing berry. That's pretty much what... Oh my god! Okay, 2 critical hits back to back. Is there anybody in my team that can survive? No. No. Nobody can survive this, I don't think. Because Green died to Roserade, so I'm not sending out Green against Roserade. Especially since Toby already died. The thing is though, if Linus dies... We're going to be able to replace Linus with the evolution. Which I didn't mention that in this recording, I don't think yet. But I'm ignoring Dupe's Claws here because we wouldn't be able to evolve Linus into a Roserade anytime soon anyway. I don't know when we actually get the stone to do that, which I think is the Dawn Stone. But it's very, very late game, I think. Like 5th or 6th gym at that point. So damn close! This might kill. I could have used a potion. I'm gonna use a potion. My bad, wrong tab. Okay, I'm gonna use a super potion as a matter of fact, because I really don't want Linus to die. I really do like the idea of having a Rosalia and a Roserade on the team at the same time. I know it's technically like Dupe's Claws shenanigans, but I really like that idea. Especially since Linus will be literally useless because everything it can do, Roserade will be able to do better. So... The thing is, I also gave Roserade a name, but that was based on a, like, anecdote or a rant I was going on about. And it's really weird to give him her the same name right now. So, I'm gonna have to come up with a new name. And it has to be based on Linus, because... You know what? You know what? We're just gonna call you Super Linus. Because why the frick wouldn't we? Does that even fit? I don't think that fits. That might... I think that might fit. No, it doesn't. I mean, if we don't use a space there, it does. So, super lie... Where's the N? U... I really don't like alphabetical. I know I bitch about this every time I have to nickname a Pokemon. But I really don't like alphabetical ordering for keyboards whatsoever. I mean, if that was just the case for keyboards, that's fine. And for the longest time, I figured, why isn't that the case for keyboards? Why is like QWERTY or Exerty, which is a lot less common, I think. But why is QWERTY the basis for keyboard layouts? And then I realized it had to do with the fact that you don't want to move your fingers in your hands too much, and it's a mix between often use letters, putting them close to each other, but it's like an entire algorithm which came up with this. But before computers did the algorithms, because typewriters I think also used QWERTY, maybe typewriters were actually alphabetical, I don't know. maybe it's specifically something to do with computer keyboards. I really don't know, honestly. Let's go put away our dead bird. Really sucks, because I don't think we'll be able to get a lot of bird, well, specifically bird Pokemon, but flying Pokemon as it is. Because there's no flying type gym in this generation, and there's not a lot of flying type Pokemon other than the Starly line in this region as it is. So, just not a good thing. We did spend quite a lot of time. Wow, my voice is not back up to full power yet, apparently. Okay, we're going to teach Cod to Matt, definitely. I really like that we have Linus as Super Linus on the team now. Let's get rid of Fane, because it's a useless move. I know, technically speaking, it's more powerful, but in my grinding, I don't know how the move works, but in my grinding, it never actually managed to do anything for me. So what we're going to do coming up is capture one more Pokemon in here, and then we're going to fight Jupiter, which Jupiter's actually a little bit higher level than I would like. But last time I didn't have Green. So I think Green is going to make that fight a lot easier. Because last time I did fight Jupiter with Super Linus. Which wasn't called Super Linus back then, but something else. And we did well. We won. I think with Green it should be a lot easier. Okay, can you just shut up? I would very much just like to go capture a Pokemon. Which we can't use in the upcoming fight. But that's fine. I think we go up here. No. I don't know what your team is like, but I know I want to face one very specific trainer in here because the scientist up on this floor is the only fight we're actually going to do other than Jupiter. But he has a Kadabra. And I set myself the rule at level 36, trade evolutions can evolve. So at level 36, we're going to have an Alakazam, if it survives that long. And a Psychic type generally is just a good thing to have anyway. It starts with an X special, which still very scary, because Kadabra, not Alakazam yet, but it's got a formidable special attack. Do you live? Why did I stay in against a Psychic type? I'm a Poison type, we just figured it out. Well, we already knew that, but literally probably not 5 minutes ago. Maybe a little over 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh damn it, I'm not a Psychic type, or not a Poison type yet, and then it was resisted because I was a Poison type. Now we're facing a Psychic type, and my first instinct isn't, let's switch out my Poison type. Something about which we have quite a lot of Poison types actually, because you're not a Dark type yet, are you? You are a Dark type. We're definitely going into you then, because the only move this thing actually has at the moment is Confusion, which I know because I called it. Cod won't take you out. Will it? It won't. Okay, so this is as far as I'm willing to go with damaging it, because I really do want a Kadabra. We were able to catch it last time without too much issue whatsoever. Okay, it doesn't use Pokeballs when I use it against trainer Pokemon though, so that's totally fine. Something I did talk about in the last episode though, which I do want to bring up again, which is a little bit forced, because last time I went into it very naturally, and this time I'm going into it very not naturally. But I have been sick for about a week, and you guys have noticed in the last episode, and one of the episodes which just went up for me. I'm going to name you the same I named you before, actually. And I'll get to why you're named that in a second. I was a little bit sick still, but I was not John. But I was doing fairly well. And the only reason that daily upload continued throughout my period of being sick was pretty much just because I record in bulk and I have a buffer which is worth about like a week to a week and a half of videos. And I follow not a lot of YouTube content creators religiously where I watch everything they upload or even a lot they upload. There's like a couple of channels I watch a lot. And then there's a couple of channels which I just watch when I have nothing else to watch. And a lot of the channels I watch, some of them are transparent. There was just something happening there which it looked like a really, really weird car from my peripheral vision. Anyway, you guys can't see it, so it doesn't matter. A couple of them are actually transparent about the fact that they sometimes bulk record, like I always do. And Linus died, so let's put Linus in the box. And they always are like, well, I'm very sorry, and if you don't like it, that's pretty much your problem, but I'm gonna keep doing it. But every YouTuber I really ever hear talking about bulk recording is very apologetic about it, and I don't really get that, because why? What is so wrong about recording in advance? I mean, there has to be a point where common sense tells you, let's not go that far in advance. If you're recording a month in advance or more, maybe slow down a little bit, because at that point you don't even know if you're going to be like doing the same thing and if your channel doesn't take off in a different direction within a month, because things online can change very, very quickly, and that's just wasted work at that point. But going like 2 weeks in advance, I think generally is just a good idea, and that is just because exactly what happened. I got sick, I wasn't able to record, but I still was able to have videos go up. If I recorded only like 1 or 2 days in advance, let's go into Green to lead this fight. I definitely wouldn't have had daily uploads. As a matter of fact, I would have probably not had any uploads for most of that week. Also, I'm not fighting you, I'm fighting you. And as a result of that, I probably would have forced myself to record some more videos, meaning that I wouldn't have taken the rest I desperately needed, meaning that my recovery and my health wouldn't be going in a good direction, and I would stay sick for longer. Which then in turn, you kind of get a snowball effect there, right? Or if you're traveling to a convention or just going on a vacation, which is fairly important, you definitely do want to record in bulk. And I think everybody can agree on that, right? People do need time off. And sometimes it's nice to just take a week off. It's not that hard, especially with Let's Plays. It's not that hard to... Oh my god, that does a lot of damage. So that gets me to a common question of the... That's exactly what I needed. I needed you to be paralyzed. Thank you. And now I feel comfortable going into Super Linus. So that's my common question of the day. Do you mind a YouTuber bulk recording? And if so, why? Because... my god. That does a lot of damage. And I didn't buy another super potion. Super Linus might be leaving us. Grass Knot will do a lot of damage, even though it's resisted, because Skuntank is a fairly heavy Pokemon. All I'm thinking about right now is what should I do with healing items, because I can heal up Super Linus a little bit, but it's not going to matter. Because if you Night Slash, it's going to be... If you Night Slash again... Okay, Paralysis actually helps me there. Grass Knot will do a decent amount of damage, as I will demonstrate right now. Okay, that didn't do as long. Oh my god. That didn't do anything. Never mind. I thought that was going to do more. Oh god, no. Last time I actually beat him with normal Linus and Mega Drain, I think. Growth and then a lot of Mega Drains is how I beat him. I'm pretty sure. The critical hits, please? Oh, you have a Citrus Berry as well. Okay, so... we've gotten the common question today out of the way. I think I've gotten a lot of background, like... I think you shouldn't be annoyed with YouTubers bulk recording. What can I do here? What can I do here? Can I go into Matt? Is that a good idea, going into Matt? Matt will probably die to one Night Slash. John, definitely bad idea. Also, John, probably should clarify the nickname there. is based on Urigella, however you want to pronounce it. So this is probably going to just kill Matt, isn't it? No, I take that remarkably well. I mean, I have to. If I can spam smokescreen, I have to. Anyway, Kadabra is based on Urigella, which, in my mind, John Oliver really looks like Urigella. I don't know why. There's just something in the structure of their face which reminds me of one another. And hopefully this is going to hit 5 times, because I really need this to hit 5 times. And get a critical hit in the meantime. Nope, of course not. Why do you break through paralysis so damn often? Really? Insult to injury? Okay. What do I do? What do I do? I guess green. Green did a lot more damage. Green did do a lot more damage. This might be the end of green. So that's the reason I named my Kadabra John. Please, paralysis. No, why do you break through paralysis so much? How do you do that? You've only gotten fully paralyzed once, I think. Oh my god, this is going horribly. This went so much better last time. Please get me a critical hit. I win. The smokescreen actually did something. The smokescreen saved my ass. Because if Super Linus would have died, John wouldn't have been able to do anything, because Skunk Tank is Dark type. And it only has Confusion, so it would have just died. We still lost Green. We actually lost more Pokemon in this version of the recording than the last one. I don't know how I managed that. So nobody can complain about me re-recording this episode, because it went horribly for me. At the end of the last episode, we had an entire team full, pretty much. We lost Green, but we gained Super Linus, which was called Ryan. And we gained John, which means that we had a couple more Pokemon than we have now. And we only lost Green. In this version of this episode, we lost Toby, we lost Matt, and we lost Green. Which means, actually, that we end this episode with exactly everybody at the start of this episode having died and only having everything we caught. So this is a full team reset we got in this episode. Other than the fact that I don't actually have a full team. Which we'll be able to capture a couple, actually a fair amount new Pokemon next episode. Green, I really wanted you to survive. I really did. I couldn't do it though. Next episode we'll be able to capture like 3 more Pokemon, I believe, before going into the 3rd gym, which will give us a Miss Maggie's. I'm all about that. Miss Maggie's is probably also going to take out quite a few of our Pokemon in the process there. So until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed the video, which hopefully you have. The sun's setting slowly but surely. I don't know how my lighting is doing to record yet another episode right after this one, because I obviously need to build my bulk buffer back up, because I lost it all. Bye.